Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Now, today's story time is definitely a crazy one, definitely a pretty insane one. I would even rank it in like my top 50 stories. I think it's like maybe even top 10. It's a crazy one. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. And this video is probably like 99.9% chance going to get demonetized. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you guys left a like on this video. And also, before we get into it, I just want to tell you guys about my new upload schedule because lately my upload schedule has been so whack. I've been uploading like once every 2 weeks, and that's just not how I like to do things. So from here on out, every single day at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, there will be a new video. If I run late, it'll be 6 p.m., but trust me, every single day you guys are getting a new video from now on. I'm sick of not uploading. I've had people staying with me the last month and a half, and it's been really hard to use my office room because somebody's staying in it. But now I have it again, so I can upload again. So I'm stoked for that. So yeah, let's jump into this story time now. Enough rambling. Today's story time all takes place back in 2018. Now, 2018, for the most part, was actually a pretty regular year for me. It wasn't very crazy or anything, nothing too out of the ordinary, but a few things did happen, and this thing that I'm about to tell you about is definitely the craziest thing of the year. So today's story time all starts off as a normal day in 2018. It was a Monday. I remember I was kind of depressed because I hate Mondays. I also remember it was extremely fucking cold outside, like 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside. And it was like March, like end of March, so spring was like technically just starting. So 30 degrees Fahrenheit, pretty damn cold for springtime. So yeah, I was in a bad mood to say the least. So I'm watching Netflix, just trying to distract myself from how shitty of a day it was. And one of my friends hits me up. Let's just call his friend Ethan, okay? Ethan hits me up and he's like, yo man, what are you up to? I was like, honestly man, absolutely nothing. He's like, you want to come hang out? I'm like, what do you want to do? He's like, I don't know, I'll pick you up and we'll go from there. I'm like, sounds good man, I'll see you soon. So literally 10 minutes later, Ethan's at my house picking me up. I walk outside, I get in his car, I slap him up, I say, what's good? He's like, what's up, man? I was like, not much. It's a fucking shitty ass day outside. He's like, I know, right? I'm like, yeah, man, anyway, what you want to do? He's like, honestly, man, I don't know, but I got to make a pit stop quick. Now, I was confused by that, so I was like, what do you mean pit stop? Like, what do you got to do? Like, run an errand or something? He's like, yeah, I got to run an errand. That's what it is. I'm like, why do you sound so suspicious? Like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, yeah, it's nothing, man. I just got to pick something up quick from a friend's house. I'm like, what are you picking up? Weed? He's like, nah. I'm like, something else? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, what is it? He's like, nah, man, you're going to judge me. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to judge you. Just tell me the truth. He's like, all right, there's some pills. Now, listen, man, I can handle my friends smoking weed. I can handle them drinking a little bit. But, like, pills, there's a huge problem with people cutting pills with, like, fentanyl and other dangerous ingredients. And my assumption is the reason people do that are selling these pills are to make, the cost of them cheaper. And because of that, people are taking things that they don't know what's in them. And there's a lot of accidental overdoses and people get hurt and sometimes even end up fucking dead. So, it's not something I enjoy hearing when my friends say they're doing them. So, of course, when he says this, my initial reaction was like, oh, shit. But, of course, at the same time, I'm not going to judge my friend because he literally told me, please don't judge me when he said it. So, of course, I was like, all right, man, like, that's your choice. You're a fully grown adult. You want to make that choice, so be it. I just can't sit here and act like I'm cool with it. He's like, yeah, man, that's fair. And I was like, what are you buying? And he's like, Xanax. And I'm like, all right, dude, like, fair enough. Is it someone that's trusted at least? He's like, yeah, man, he's the best in the city. I was like, all right, man. Now, of course, I didn't fucking believe him at all. I didn't trust this dude for a second. But at the same time, like, he's a fully grown adult. Dude can make his own decisions. I'm already in his car. I have no choice but to go with him, right? So we stop at some random dealer's house. He walks up to the door, buys these pills, comes back to the car, and we go back to his house. So yeah, after Ethan buys these pills, these Xanax, and we're back at Ethan's house, he proceeds to open up the little container he got them in, and he takes one of them. Now, of course, like I said, I'm just kind of sitting there watching him do this. Not really much to say about it, right? I'm just playing some Xbox right next to him. And after like a couple of hours after taking this, he's like, dude, I don't feel shit. Like, it's not supposed to take this long to kick in. And I was like, I have no idea what you want me to say, man. Like, I don't take Xanax, so I don't know how long it's supposed to take. He's like, yeah, but like, dude, 2 hours? That ain't right. This is not right at all. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sound right. It's probably fake. He's like, dude, I swear to fuck, if that dealer sold me fake pills, I'm gonna be pissed. And I was like, how much you spend? He's like, over $100. And I was like, damn, that sucks. And he's like, nah, man, fuck this shit. Get in the car. We're going. I was like, what do you mean we're going? What are you talking about? He said, we're going to that dude's house. I'm getting my money back. I was like, nah, dude, terrible idea. Like, he's a drug dealer, not a Walmart. You can't bring your stuff back with a receipt and get a full refund. That's just not how that works. Like, I don't think he's going to be very happy if you show up on his doorstep and ask for a refund. And he's like, dude, I've known this kid since elementary. He's going to give me a refund. I was like, you've known him since elementary? He's like, yeah, man, we're homies. Like, trust me, it's not like a drug dealer type thing. Like, he's cool. I was like, all right, man, if you say so. So we get in his car, and I had a bad feeling about this. Like, going to a dealer's house to ask him for a fucking refund because he sold fake pills, like, that just doesn't sound like a great idea, right? But Ethan kept claiming he knew this dude since day one. They were, like, elementary school homies, like, they were tight, and that it wouldn't be a problem. So we show up to this dude's house. Ethan gets out of the car, and he proceeds to walk up to the front door of this drug dealer's house and knock on the door very loudly. I had the window cracked so I could hear what was going on. And this dealer opens up the door, looking all pissed off, and I can hear Ethan start to talk. And he's talking pretty loudly. I can't really hear everything he's saying, but I did hear him say, this shit's fake. So I know for a fact he was calling this dealer out on selling fake shit. And right after he was done talking, the dealer's face went from angry to even more angry, and he goes, come inside. And Ethan and this dealer proceed to walk into the dealer's house, and the door gets closed behind them. And now I'm just sitting there wondering what the hell's going on. So about 5-10 minutes goes by after they go inside the house, and I'm getting concerned, right? Like, I'm just sitting out there in the driveway, not knowing what's going on. And I text Ethan. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? And he texts back immediately, and he goes, dude, I need fucking help. And I respond, I'm like, what's going on? And he replies immediately again. And he's like, dude, the minute we walked in his house, he made me empty all the money out of my pockets and stole it from me. And now I'm sitting on his couch, and he told me if I move, he's going to beat my ass. There's also a huge knife on the counter, and I'm afraid he's going to use it if I try and move. And I'm like, all right, dude, listen, what do you want me to do? I'll do anything. Like, you want the cops? I'll call the cops. You want me to knock on the door and, like, try and create a distraction? I got you. Like, what do you need? Because I don't want my friend getting hurt, right? Like, he's one of my best friends. And he's like, nah, man, like, don't call the cops, because if they come here, they're going to rope me in with them and think that I'm selling drugs or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll think of something. So I'm looking around his car for anything I can use to help get my friend out of this situation, right? So I turn around in the back seat, and I see a few things. I see a hammer. I see some loose change. I see a T-shirt. I unravel the T-shirt. It has my friend's work logo on it. He worked at a pizza place. And then conveniently, on the floor, I see a pizza box with some half-eaten pizza in it that's probably been sitting there for 3 weeks. So I take the work shirt. I unravel it. I look at it. I look at the pizza box. And just a genius idea pops into my head. And when I say genius, I mean fucking stupid. I put the shirt on, the work shirt that has the pizza place's logo on it. I grab the pizza box that's from the same pizza place with the half-eaten pizza in it. And I run up to their door and I knock on the front door of this drug dealer's house. To which he opens the door looking very angry. And he goes, who are you? And I was like, delivery from, and I say the pizza place. And he goes, I didn't order any pizza. And I was like, well, that's strange. We got an order for, one medium, half pepperoni, half cheese pizza from you. He goes, how do you even know me? What's my name? And I'm like, my apologies, sir. I don't know you or who you are. I just got this order. I'm just a delivery boy. Got it in at the store for this address for one medium, half cheese, half pepperoni pizza. I'm just here to bring it to you. He goes, okay, well, how much is it? And I was like, it's $20. And he goes, 20 on the dot? I'm like, yeah, 20 on the dot. He goes, damn, that's expensive for a medium. And I just kind of start stalling him, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. We just got this new price update. Like, the owner's kind of a cheapskate. He's upping the prices. And while I'm just stalling him, I could see in the background the living room of this drug dealer's house. And my friend is just tiptoeing slowly away from the couch towards the back sliding glass door. And I just keep stalling. I'm like, yeah, like 20 for a medium is so expensive in my opinion too. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. We've been getting way less business. He's trying out this new vegan option, like the cheese and everything's all vegan, and that's why it's more expensive. But I promise, like, it's really good. Like, the food's still great. And I'm just stalling him any way that I can, watching my friend tiptoe towards the back sliding glass door to get the fuck out of there. And he goes, all right, whatever, like, you don't have to keep telling me, whatever, I'll pay it. Just please, this is the only time I'm paying it. From now on, blacklist my address, write this address down at the front of the store, make sure nobody ever delivers to it ever again, unless I call and place the order under my name. Like, unless I call and I say my first name and that's who's ordering, don't put the order in. I'm like, okay, for sure. And he goes, all right, $20 you said? I'm like, yeah, 20. He proceeds to open up his wallet and he takes out 2 10s and he gives them to me. And I'm like, all right, thank you. He goes, yeah, you're not getting a tip. 20's way too much to begin with. I'm like, that's fair, man. I get it. And he slams the door in my face. To which I turn around and I run back to my friend's car full speed. I get in the car. I hop in the passenger seat. And my friend runs around the side of the house from the backyard to the car, jumps in, turns the keys in the ignition because he left them in there when he went inside. And we proceed to peel out of that driveway fast as fuck and start driving away. And while we're driving down the street, I look out the back window and I can see the front door open of the dealer's house. And he runs out pissed as fuck, waving his arms around and throwing the finger. He was so mad that he got outsmarted and was probably so embarrassed. And while we're driving away, I'm just laughing. My friend goes, dude, you're a fucking genius. And I'm like, no, not really. That was the dumbest idea I've ever had in my life, and it somehow worked. And I proceed to take out the 210s, and I hand the 210s to my friend, the $20. And he's like, dude, you somehow managed to distract him and get him to pay money. Like, you are a genius. I'm like, no, dude. If that would have went wrong, like if he turned around and saw you sneaking out and realized I was a fake delivery boy, he probably would have beat my ass. Or if he just opened the pizza box and saw that there was half-eaten pizza in it, like, I just don't know how that worked. I don't know. Like, that was the dumbest thing ever. Like, don't let there be a next time. I can't ever do that again. That was insane. And he's like, dude, don't worry. Like, I'm never going there again. Like, you have my word. And we proceed to go back to Ethan's house. We locked all the doors and just hung out there for the rest of the night. I can't lie. I was pretty paranoid about that guy showing up at Ethan's house, but Ethan told me he didn't know where he lived. I was like, dude, are you sure he doesn't know where you live? Like, you said you've known him since, like, childhood. He's like, yeah, dude, but I moved a year ago. He never got my new address. I always go to his house. He doesn't come to mine. Like, we're good. And he was right. The dude never showed up to Ethan's house, and the rest of the night was completely normal. So, yeah, needless to say, very happy ending. Moral of the story is don't ever fucking do anything like this ever. Just don't repeat anything I talked about in this story time, and you will be good. But yeah, guys, I thought this was a fucking crazy one. Could have went so bad, but luckily it didn't. Well, it kind of did, but it didn't get as bad as it could have gotten. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the story time, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
Baby, I'm damaged, I cannot plan this. Won't you be mine?